everything you've been told about becoming rich is completely wrong? What if I told you that billionaires don't become billionaires because they're the smartest people in the room or because they work harder than everyone else? In fact, some of the richest people on Earth discovered one hidden principle that most people never learn. And somewhere in this video, I'm going to reveal that principle, not at the beginning, not in the middle, but at the exact moment when it makes sense. Miss it, and you'll miss one of the biggest lessons shared by many of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. Let's begin. Since childhood, we've all been taught the same formula. Study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work for 40 years, then maybe, one day, you'll become successful. But here's the shocking truth. Not a single billionaire became a billionaire by following that formula alone. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, they all played a completely different game, and almost nobody noticed it. But before I show you that game, you first need to understand why most people never become wealthy. In 1994, Jeff Bezos already had what millions of people dream about: a high-paying Wall Street job, a comfortable future, financial security. He could have stayed there forever. Instead, he walked away from everything. Why? Because he saw something nobody else was paying attention to. The internet was growing at an unbelievable speed. While everyone else saw uncertainty, Jeff saw opportunity. He drove across America, started Amazon inside a tiny garage, and spent years making almost no profit. People laughed at him. Experts called him crazy. Investors doubted him. But Jeff wasn't trying to make quick money. He was building something much bigger, a machine that could keep making money, even while he slept. And here's what's interesting. Jeff's strategy wasn't actually the biggest billionaire secret. It gets even more powerful. When Elon Musk sold PayPal, he became rich overnight. Most people would have retired, bought a mansion, bought luxury cars, and disappeared. Elon did the exact opposite. He risked almost everything on Tesla and SpaceX. At one point, he was so close to bankruptcy that both companies could have collapsed. Everyone thought he had made the biggest mistake of his life, but Elon understood something that ordinary people rarely understand. Sometimes, the biggest opportunities hide behind the biggest risks. But even Elon wasn't using the most important billionaire principle. That secret is still coming. But here's something even stranger. If becoming a billionaire was only about working harder, then construction workers, doctors, and factory workers would be the richest people on Earth. But they aren't. Why? Because billionaires don't just work. They build machines that work for them. And in less than 2 minutes, I'll reveal the one invisible machine every billionaire secretly owns. Now let's talk about Warren Buffett. He never invented a rocket. He never built the world's biggest online store. He never created social media. Yet, he's one of the richest men alive. How? When Warren was just 11 years old, he bought his first stock, not because he wanted fast money, but because he understood something most adults still don't understand. Small money can become huge money if you give it enough time. Think about that. Most people spend their money. Warren made his money work for him. That's a completely different mindset. But here's where almost everyone gets it wrong. Investing alone will never make most people billionaires. The real secret is much bigger. In 2004, Mark Zuckerberg wasn't trying to become the richest man in the world. He was simply solving one problem. College students wanted an easier way to connect. That small idea turned into Facebook. Billions of users later, his company became worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Notice something? Jeff solved a shopping problem. Elon solved transportation. Warren solved investing. Mark solved communication. Different industries, same principle. They didn't chase money. Money chased them. But none of those examples explain the biggest billionaire advantage. And this is where everything changes. Imagine, you're sleeping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Your phone is silent. You're doing absolutely nothing. Yet, money is entering your bank account. Not because you got lucky. Not because somebody gifted it to you. Because a system you built years ago is still working. Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple. Every one of these companies keeps making money, even when the founders are sleeping. That's the invisible machine. Most people build jobs. Billionaires build systems. And systems never ask for a day off. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but how do ordinary people build systems? That's exactly what I'll show you next, because the final billionaire principle is the one almost nobody follows, even after they understand it. And trust me, this last lesson is the difference between people who become wealthy and people who stay average forever. Now, here's the billionaire secret, the one I promised at the beginning of this video. It's not hidden inside a luxury mansion, it's not locked inside a Swiss bank account, and it's definitely not reserved for people born into wealthy families. It's much simpler, but also much harder. The secret billionaires stop selling their time and start building assets and systems that work without them. Read that again. Employees get paid only when they work. Business owners can get paid even when they sleep. That's the difference. Jeff Bezos built Amazon. Elon Musk built Tesla. Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook. Warren Buffett built an investment machine. Different businesses, same blueprint. They all built systems instead of selling hours. But here's the part that almost nobody tells you. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly become a billionaire. Every billionaire started exactly where you are. Confused, scared, unknown. The difference wasn't intelligence. The difference wasn't luck. The difference was action. While millions of people were watching Netflix, they were building. While everyone else complained, they learned. While others spent money, they invested it. While most people chased comfort, they chased opportunity. Now ask yourself one question. 5 years from today, will you still be selling your time? Or will you finally start building something? That works even when you're not there. Because every single day you wait, someone else is building the future. Someone else is creating the next billion-dollar company. Someone else is taking the opportunity that could have been yours. Remember, the richest people in the world don't own the biggest houses. They don't own the fastest cars. They don't even own the most money. They own the systems that create everything else. Money comes and money goes, but systems can create wealth for generations. Maybe the next billionaire isn't sitting in Silicon Valley. Maybe the next billionaire is watching this video right now. The only question is, will you stay a spectator, or will you start building your own blueprint today? Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn the real strategies behind the world's richest people, subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Welcome to the Billionaire Blueprint.